Howdy folks, it's Diecastbuffet here again. Welcome back to another NASCAR Diecast review. And today we have a very cool looking paint scheme, guys. You're going to like this one. This is a Chase Elliott truck, but it has that beautiful Hendrickcars.com paint scheme. So this is really cool. I believe this was ran at the Bristol Truck Dirt Race. Could be mistaken on that one. It's officially called the Hendrickcars.com number 7 for Chase Elliott. I think they're making the William Byron truck as well that he won in Martinsville. Could be mistaken on that one. But so without further ado, let's go ahead and pop it out of the box. Alrighty, folks, we're out of the good old box. Of course, pick this one up from our friends at B Diecast. You can too. You can save on shipping with that code Diecastbuffet. For any orders $30 or more, make sure to use that next time check it out at B. And hey, you can save on shipping because you know diecast prices keep going up. So what better time than save now? Let's go ahead and dive into this diecast review. So this is the Hendrickcars.com paint scheme that was made famous by Ricky Hendrick, that has been kind of, rejuvenated in the early 2020s, and for rightfully so, because the paint schemes are absolutely beautiful. So cool that we saw Larson winning this paint scheme in the Xfinity Series. We saw Byron winning this paint scheme in the Truck Series, and obviously, Larson won in the Cup Series. So it's really cool how all through the series we saw this paint scheme win. And to tell you the truth, I'm not bored of this paint scheme at all. I love it. Like, to me, this is like our modern day Jimmy Johnson Lowe's. This is like our modern day Jeff Gordon DuPont. Like, it's just one of those paint schemes that you can see week in and week out, and it just looks fantastic. So you got Hendrickcars.com, got the Camper World logo. Of course, this is a 2022 truck, but it does not have a updated mold. This is the same die-cast mold that we got in 2019. The front, decals of the Chevrolets are obviously different because they had a new mold in 2022. The 124s are updated for the trucks. However, the 164s are the same. I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of glad they didn't, and the reason why I'm glad they're the same is because you can use these universally as donors. Same way with the 2011 and 2012 Cup cars, how they were essentially all the same, die-cast mold, and all four of the manufacturers just, had different decals. If you wanted to turn this into a Toyota Tundra, you could. And it would have the exact same front valence as a officially made Toyota Tundra, which I want to say Kyle Busch's Sonoma Yahoo truck, or Yahoo truck, is actually getting made, so that'll be fun. I got Simpson, ARP, Sunoco. Got number 7, Spire Motorsports. Go to the left side of this truck. Got the Hendrickcars.com logo. What a beautiful paint scheme. And I also think this paint scheme looks best with the middle number. I know a lot of people have, kind of gone away from the middle number. To me, I still think the middle number deserves to be in the Cup Series. It just looks the best to me. I've always been a fan of it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So hopefully eventually they bring that back. That'll probably never happen, but that's besides the point. It just looks really good with this paint scheme. Just the way the flow of everything works, it really suits the middle number paint scheme. You have a Bosch Goodyear decal there. Got NASCAR Race Truck, Camper World Truck Series, Cometic, Holly EFI, Tilton, SKF, whatever those logos are. You got B Diecast right there. That's pretty cool. Whatever that is. Mechanics wear. Get your Goodyear Eagles, which used to be Goodyear Wranglers back in the 2000s for the Truck Series. Got Napa Auto Parts. That one is off-printed. Got the American Ethanol ring. Chase Elliott, Chevrolet, whatever that is, FOE, Wix Air Filters, and whatever that is. You do have a race win sticker, which I believe is from Byron's win at Martinsville. You can see the back window is not properly secured all the way. You can see that, like this, there's a gap right here. That is interesting. You go to the back end of this truck. I don't know. I love the blue. I love the red and the white. Just a very clean paint scheme, man. Very iconic. Hendrickcars.com, Silverado, Chevrolet number 7. You go to the right side of this vehicle, and beautiful paint scheme, man. Definitely an iconic look, and it really does remind me of the Jeff Gordon DuPont cars. It's kind of like our generation's, one of those iconic paint schemes that we just see year in and year out. And to be honest with you, I have no problem with it. I love it. I go to the roof of the truck at the number 7. Go to the bed cover of the truck. You have the Napa Auto Parts logo. Now, I believe they offered the Alex Bowman truck, which I want to say he ran Coda, maybe Darlington or something. But they offered it, and of course, it didn't get made, which is stupid. But the good news is that this truck is painted blue, right? So if you really wanted to, you could actually remove or cover up some of these decals on there, and you could easily turn this into a Alex Bowman truck if you really wanted to. Like, I could remove this Napa logo off the bed of the truck easily. I could do that. I could replace the back window and put a Bowman decal there or whatnot. I could remove the Chase Elliott logo there. I can remove this. I could literally change this entire truck around if I really wanted to and turn it into a Bowman truck. So that's the beauty of customization. You can really, modify and do whatever you want with these 1/64 scale trucks. However, if I was, to do that, I would make sure I still had a clean stock version of this paint scheme, the Chase Elliott truck. You never know when these things are going to dry up. You never know. They could overproduce this like crazy, and it could be in clearance bins for the next 3 holiday seasons, but you never know. There's been kind of a dry spell of the 2022 trucks as of recently, so kind of wondering, does that mean we're going to get more of each one of these made, or are they just going to make less of them altogether? Because the Matt DiBenedetto truck is the only other 2022 truck, yes, in the year 2023, that is available. And not to rant or anything, but I just find it extremely asinine how there's like hundreds of paint schemes in the truck series every year. Hundreds of paint schemes. They're beautiful. You have all kinds of different drivers that come into sport and race and stuff, and we might get less than 6 of them made for the entire year. I don't know about you, but I think that it's absolutely ridiculous. They've got to make more truck series diecast. I mean, it is ridiculous. And you might be saying, well, they offer them and no one pre-orders them. Here's my theory that what they should do. And I've said this multiple times in other videos. You can stick around to hear it. You don't have to. I think they should make a limited release for every paint scheme. If they were to make maybe 100 164s of this, just 100 of them, you have a timed event or a midnight release online. Let's say on a random Thursday or something. 100 of these are going to be available at midnight. First come, first serve. Only 100 of them made. Think about this. Most 164s have to make the minimum requirement of 2,500 made. So you can only imagine if 100 of this truck was actually made in the 164 scale, it would essentially be scarce or more scarce than most promos ever made. There would be an extremely huge interest in the fans of wanting to get that 164, especially if they could offer it at the same price as the 164s are normally, around $10 or so. Here's what makes sense business-wise is because they would sell out immediately. So if they made 100 of them, it sells out immediately. Guess what? They sold everything they made. If they made 200 of them, they would sell out immediately. So my point is finding the exact amount where they could sell all of them within an hour. That way they make their money, the fans get happy because the few people who actually want that 164 truck can actually get it. And they could do this for any driver in the field. They could make Carson Hocevar trucks. They could make, Chad Chastain trucks. They could do whatever they want. They can make it for some of the most obscure drivers, for the Xfinity, for the Cup Series, for the Truck Series, for the ARCA Series, whatever it is. Make a stupid low amount, have a midnight release. I've seen other, brands, I've even seen like toy brands. They do this, they'll have a midnight release. Not that these are toys, they're more collectibles. The Authentics line is more toyish. But my point is that if you have a stupid low amount made, the fans are going to say, if I'm going to get it, I have to buy now. They'll buy it immediately. They get their money. The fans are happy because they get the 164 scale. And here's another benefit to it. For the collectors who do buy it, if for some reason down the road you have to get rid of it, guess what? You have the return on investment because there's so little of them made, you could probably double or triple your money years from now. So that's the beauty of it. So every aspect of it is happy. The fans who want it, they get what they want. The business side, Lionel, gets what they want. And then the collectors, if they have to move it and get rid of it for something else for whatever reason, they have that ability because the diecast is so rare that other people are willing to pay big bucks for it. It helps everyone. I think personally they should do something like that, a midnight exclusive release. It doesn't have to be midnight. They can do it any other time, but just as for example. And we could get so many more truck diecasts made, and people would buy it. I'm telling you, people would buy it. I know I would. If I wanted to get, a random truck diecast from a random driver that did a one-off start, and they only made 100 of them, I would be waiting for that diecast to become available to order it. I'm just saying, because a lot of times when they make these 164s, they don't want to make too many of them, and then they sit there for years, and then they pretty much just have to clearance bin them. Best way to do it, make a stupid low amount and make it happen. I know there's a logistics to that. You know, you have to have the manufacturing process, the shipping process. There's a way to do it. I truly do think there's a way to do it. They just have to change their system. They have to find a way, maybe ship all these, like let's say they had 100 different special releases they're going to do for the year. Ship them all together at once, late in the year, and then release them then. Then they would be able to cut costs with shipping-wise. I don't know. I'm brainstorming here. My point is, there was a time and place where every single 164 just about got made back in the 2000s. You would be hard-pressed to find a Busch Series driver that did not get a 164 made in that entire season, whether it was a promo, whether it was a Racing Champions, Hot Wheels, whatever the biff it was. We need to see that type of variety, again, I think, for the lower series. And I think the best way to do it in today's market with, you can't just make 50,000 of them, expect 50,000 people to buy it. No, it's not realistic. Make a stupid low amount, midnight release, first come, first serve. You get it or you don't. That's the best way to do it, I think. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Have a great one, everybody. Thank y'all for putting up with my ranting. Have a great one, everybody. God bless. Diecast Buffet, signing off.